When the name of Syracuse lacrosse is mentioned in the lacrosse world, the immediate reaction to people who know lacrosse would be that the Syracuse lacrosse program is the best in the country. The history behind Syracuse lacrosse is unmatched by any other program in the country and stands on a podium itself alone. Being that Syracuse lacrosse is considered the most storied and successful lacrosse program in the country, with 11 national championships and numerous amounts of All-Americans, the history behind the program sometimes falls behind the scenes. Syracuse lacrosse started in 1916 with the first head coach, Dr. Laurie Cox, who coached until 1930 and finished with a 72.4 win percentage. Following the retirement of Coach Cox, a new coach was hired to take over the program named Coach Roy Simmons Sr. With the hiring of to be legendary Coach Roy Simmons Sr., the revolution and greatness of Syracuse lacrosse began to form. Roy Simmons Sr. had a strong passion for the game, not just in a competitive way, but in also teaching the players on his team to become good men and also to know why they were playing the game and learn what the game was really all about. He coached amazing players like Jim Brown and Oren Lyons, who said that Coach Simmons Sr. was like a father to them. Simmons Sr. believed that the men on his team needed to engage with what the game was all about, that it was a Native American sport and is known as the medicine game and the creator's game. The religious aspect was a very important part of lacrosse to Coach Simmons Sr. and was implemented in many ways in the Syracuse lacrosse program, especially with the university being on Native American land, the reservation being close by, and multiple Native Americans playing on the team. After Simmons Sr. retired, the torch of Syracuse lacrosse was passed down to his son Roy Simmons Jr., who won a total of 6 NCAA lacrosse championships at his time here as head coach, and with him carried the same teachings that his father had taught his players. Simmons Jr. also believed that lacrosse was more than just a game and brought aspects of Native American art and teaching his players how to become good men through the Syracuse lacrosse program. Coach Simmons Jr. would often bring his players on frequent trips to the Onondaga Reservation and teach them about the special connection of lacrosse and the Haudenosaunee. Simmons Jr. coached Hall of Fame players like Casey Powell, Pat McCabe, Gary and Paul Gate, Tom Marichek, and Charlie Lockwood. The Simmons legacy continues today at Syracuse with Roy Simmons III and Ryan Simmons, who is currently in his final season for the Syracuse lacrosse team. After the retirement of Coach Simmons Jr., the torch was passed down to Coach John Desko, who is still currently the head coach. Coach Desko has already won 5 national championships and is on track for multiple more. With the Simmons family still in the program, the flag of the Haudenosaunee still hangs in the locker room, and the motto of head, heart, and hustle has become something that was created many years ago and has turned into a religious phrase for the Syracuse men's lacrosse team, along with the number 22, which the best offensive player on the team wears. Syracuse lacrosse is a sacred program, and the history behind it has clearly defined its greatness. For myself, currently being a member of the 2018 team, the expectations for greatness and success are still thriving.